All right, hello, fellow coder. Welcome to this next lesson. It's going to be a little bit unique because I'm going to try to be drawing for you in Microsoft Paint. So I'm going to do this to try to draw a very rudimentary picture of what it is that we're building, in hopes that this is going to be helpful. So what I want to do is essentially I'll put it over here on the right. I will draw a box on the right. So far, so good. This box represents the course report. So I'm going to put CR for coursereport.com. At least I think it's .com. So Course Report provides an app, and this is their app. This is their, we'll call this, this box is their API. API. So coursereport.com has an API that I'm allowed to send a request to. So I can send something called a GET request, GET, G-E-T, to get information. So I can send a GET request to this API, and it will send back helpful information in terms of, I'll just put info, right? I don't know if lowercase letters is the way to go, but it sends info over to whoever it was that asked for it, right? Now I'm oversimplifying things, but that's the gist. I want to be able to get data from the API, and it will send that info or data back to where it was called from. However, right now it's, you can call it and get data back, but I mean, nothing's happening with the data. I can use something called Postman to fetch the data, but there's no database behind it. There's no nothing. There's no logic. There's no anything. And what I want to do is I want to be able to fetch this data and store it in my own database, as well as send a notification message to my team when new data arises. So this data comes in the form of people searching for boot camp. So if I were to go to Course Report, just so you guys can actually see what's going on here, coursereport.com. So if you go to coursereport.com, it allows you to search some schools and whatnot, but they have this feature called Get Matched. And if you click on Get Matched, you can go through and fill out their form, right? I'm a beginner, and I'm available full-time or part-time or whatever, and I want to learn full-stack development in whatever this city or online only, and you type in your name and stuff like that and your phone number, and then you say match me. And when you say match me, you could potentially be matched with my school, the Coders Campus Boot Camp School, right? So if you go to schools and type in Coders Campus, I appear on this list, right? Our school is in here, right? Oh, good. There we have a 5-star rating. So our Coders Campus Boot Camp is here, listed on Course Report. And when you fill out that get matched thing, you could get matched with our school. And when that happens, that's when this data gets populated over here. This API suddenly has data about a student that is interested in Coders Campus, or that could be interested in being matched with Coders Campus. So I need to let my team know that when someone matches with us, that they should reach out and talk to you, right? If you get matched with Coders Campus, you want to be able to speak with someone at Coders Campus to say, hey, is this a good fit for me? Am I a good fit for you? And ask questions and get help and all that stuff about, figuring out whether or not you're a good fit for the program. So I need to let my team know when that happens. Right now, it's all manual. Right now, what happens is I literally get an email once a day with a bunch of names and numbers and email addresses of people, and I have to manually copy and paste that into Slack and send it to my team, and it's super manual and annoying. So might as well create software to solve this problem. So that's the software that we're going to create. I'm going to create a box here, and we'll call this our app, right? This is the new app that we're creating, which I forget. What did I call it? Anyway, we'll just call this, our app. APP. This is what we're going to be building together. It's going to receive this info, and then it's going to take that info and it's going to put it into a database, right? And I forget how to properly draw a database. I think this is the icon for a database, sort of. Anyway. So we're going to get the info, put it into a database, and also we're going to send a broadcast message out to Slack, right? So to my team on Slack, I want to send a message to let them know that a new person is interested in our coding bootcamp, right? So, and then I need to put this stuff in the database because I want to make sure I don't that no duplicates come in. So if another person comes in and it's like it had already come in, but it's coming in again. If the data comes in again, I don't want to re-notify everyone in Slack because then that'll confuse people. So I have to check the database first, make sure we have a unique contact, and then send the message out to Slack. So this diagram isn't exactly accurate, but the point of this little video is just to give you a high-level overview of what it is that we are going to be building. The main important part here is that this app is not going to have a quote-unquote front end. We're not going to have a website where you can visit it and like browse around all the different, like, I don't need that, right? Really, the quote-unquote UI is right here. The user interface that we're going to be having a forward-facing, a front-facing, user-facing UI is through Slack. I'm going to be sending notifications to Slack. So that's going to be the UI component. And the best part is I don't have to build Slack, right? Slack is already built for me, and I already know how to integrate with it. We're going to be doing it in this series of videos, but hey, you'll be able to learn how to integrate with Slack. So that'll be cool. So that's the main thing. We're going to be using Slack to post our messages. We're going to have a database to store our leads. Lead is another word for the info coming in. The info coming in, another word for it is a lead, L-E-A-D. It's like you have a lead on a case, a lead on a whatever, to solve a mystery. Well, it's a lead. In other words, it's just contact information. Someone's contact information is coming into us, also known as a lead. So we're storing the lead info in the database. You get the idea, hopefully. So hopefully I've explained enough that you're like, oh my God, skip, let's move on. So if you're feeling like you want to skip this, then I've done my job right, and let's go on to the next lesson where we can start building out the first part of how this is going to function.